who never left home. But I've been in the pig pen of life. I've seen the senior side of life. I spent most of my teenage life and adult life in the ghetto. I grew up on 12th and Vine. Anybody here know anything about 12th and Vine? As a matter of fact, my home address was 1110 Vine. I mean, I sure enough had it all going on. I knew what was happening on 12th Street. You could get into just about anything you wanted to get in on 12th Street. The 12th Street Rag, the Nightingale, later known as the Fightingale, Myron Kimball's Trap House, After Hour Joints, Johnny Cakes, come on, 18th and Vine, Blue Room, nearly 3 years of confinement in Leavenworth Prison. I've been in the big pen of life. I know what it is to be on the senior side of society. I've not always been in church on Sunday. I've not always been trying to do God's will. And I know what it's like for the Lord to change you. Some of y'all looking at me holier than thou. Y'all know where it is. Everybody in here always been going to church every Sunday. I may not know, but I do know what it is like for the Lord to change your direction, to change your profession, to change your destiny, to change your destination, to change your agenda, to change your action, to change your mind, to change your mission, to change your purpose, and to change your passion. I got a feeling that I'm not by myself. Anybody here know what I'm talking about? I hope I broke a little ice in here by telling you about me, what you think about yourself, what used to be, where you used to be.
Oh, how we forget. Oh, how we forget.
I told the congregation the other day when I talked about all of God's children got a limp. Everybody got a limp. Have I got a witness in here? God, when Jacob wrestled with the angel at Peniel, he came away limping because he had an encounter with God. And if you ever had an encounter with God, and God changed your life, you'll leave there with him. I'd rather limp into my future than to walk upright in my past, because my past is too painful. Somebody know what the past is to them and how painful is the past. But when the Lord changes your life, hello somebody, you don't mind walking into the future with a limp. So you know what God has done for you. My soul is back and forth. How I made it over. Well, let me get into this. When the Lord changes your life, number one, look at verse 23 and 24. The Jews plotted to kill him. Their plot became known to Paul. And they were watching the gates day and night so that they might kill him. Well, somebody say number one. When the Lord changes your life, number one, everybody ain't happy. And everybody ain't happy about your transformation. Some folk are not only happy, but they go to hating.
Yeah. Oh, it got quiet up in here.
Now the key word in this narrative the Jews. What Luke is saying is not anti-Semitic. These are folk who Paul used to hang out with in the church. I'm going somewhere now. These are people Paul hung out with in the synagogue. Which is to say, when the Lord changes your life, some religious folk ain't gonna be happy. Let the deacons get my coat, I'll get out of here in a minute. All of your haters ain't outside of the church. Some of your haters look just like you. I don't want you to miss this. I don't want you to miss it. So I want y'all to say this with me. Some of your haters look just like you, and some of your haters are sitting on your pew. Don't say that, just look down. Don't say that, just look down. When the Lord changes your life, yes, everybody ain't clapping, everybody ain't celebrating. There's somebody who are going to go to Haiti. These religious folk hated Paul. And I still have religious people who hate me. Simply because I will not preach a gospel divorced from the reality of what a transformed life is up against in this racist, sexist, homophobic world in which we live. I will not preach something that somebody wants me to preach. I'm going to preach because God told me to preach it. It don't matter to me whether you like it or not. I'm going to keep on saying what God told me to say. And when I tell people what God don't want to hear, everybody ain't going to clap. Everybody's not going to say amen. That's all right with me. I don't care about that because I know who bought me and I know who sent me. He chooses to use us as instruments of this great symphony of salvation. When the Lord changes your life, everybody ain't clapping, everybody ain't happy, some people will hate. And I want you to notice how constant and consistent this hating is. Look at it. First, I want you to look at how your haters will let you know that everybody ain't happy. Verse 24 says, the plot became known to Paul. How? Because they're going to put it where you can get it.
That's right.
They want you to know that opposition is in your way. Oh, come on. Some religious folk ain't selling no more. They're going to let you know. They're going to put it out there for you so you can go home and not rest at night. But if you got God on your side, it don't matter what folks say about you. There's always somebody talking about you. But the verse says they applied. Look at the verse. They said they watched day and night. The way they could get to Paul. They watched 24 hours a day. My preacher out of Chicago told me, he said, Tindall, as long as you're in ministry, you're going to be living in a glass house. Have I got a witness in here? Another one of my friends in the ministry told me life is not in the fish bowl for a preacher, it's in the piranha bowl. They just keep taking little pieces out of it until you're nothing but a blur in the water. But he also said to me, you're living constantly in a glass house. What does it mean? It means that everybody can see everything that's going on in your house. They're watching you. The preacher patrol. They're watching your wife's face to see if she smiles
see if they could detect a little trouble brewing